I want to get vulnerable with you all and share something that hit me in a big way. I went back and watched one of my very first YouTube videos, and honestly, it did not feel very good at all. I didn't even recognize that version of me that was trying to show up. I could tell I was so nervous. I could tell I didn't even know what I was doing. And I immediately started to shame myself, and I thought, oh my gosh, I have no idea what I'm doing. I am so embarrassed that I even posted this. I wanted to hide that version of me. I just wanted to delete everything. But then I stopped. Because in that moment, I realized something really beautiful. That version of me was trying something new. She was so uncomfortable, and she was just simply learning. And I wouldn't be where I am right now if I hadn't just started. If I hadn't been willing to be awkward, if I hadn't been willing to just not show up. Truly, I still don't know what I'm doing, but I'm here. So go grab your coffee, go get your tea, and come hang out with me. Let's talk about our real struggles. I just wanted to dive into kind of why I started YouTube in the first place, I guess. And originally I started because I wanted to do podcasts. I realized how much I had changed in my mind that I'm like, oh my gosh, I have to share it with everybody. But here's where I went wrong. I felt like it needed to be polished. I felt like I had to say everything perfectly. And I felt like you wouldn't understand me unless I had all of the answers. And that's where I realized I completely went wrong in creating, and the pressure got too much because I don't know everything. And then there was oh, there's all of these freaking editing tools. Hey, if you talk about this, then people will want to listen to you. And everything just became too overwhelming. And I was not authentically myself. It was not aligned. So I was just like, you know what? I'm done. I'm done with this. I'm not going to continue doing something that doesn't feel good. And if you've ever been there, I'm so proud of myself for starting something. And then I started to beat myself up a little bit because I was like, oh my gosh, there again, I'm starting something and not finishing through. And then I realized something. Oh, I now am realizing this, not in that moment because I've worked on some things, but I'm realizing that, gosh dang, you started. You did something that was so uncomfortable. And now you get to look back and see how far you have come. And when I say you, I'm literally me. Look how far I've come. And that's what feels good. So even though I stopped and realized, no, this wasn't for me, I knew that I wanted to keep trying. I don't know. There's just something inside me that was like, don't give up, And so then I was a little bit further along in my weight loss journey. And I've been working on my weight loss journey for 3 years. And I finally got to this place where I was a little bit further along. So I'm like, oh my gosh, you know how many weight loss journeys I've watched on YouTube? And I love them. I love watching people's transformations. It's so freaking inspiring. And I was like, I can do this. That's what I want to do. And also then I get to document my life in a way. And so I started to kind of do that. I started a GLP-1 and this was 2.5 years after I started my weight loss. I then implemented a new tool, and that's a whole nother thing. But, so I did start that, and I was like, I'm going to start documenting this. And that's what I did. And as I was documenting that, I realized that I was doing things to show up for the camera. I love my morning routine. I love waking up in the morning. I love having my quiet time, getting meditation in, journaling. I love those freaking moments. But it became something that I was showing up for the camera. And so it became performative, and I lost my whole identity and I was putting on a mask and I'm like, look at me here again, trying to show up like in this perfect way. And so that slowly started to fade for me. And I'm like, this is too much. The pressure, the overwhelming feelings creeped back in. And I'm like, yeah, that's not the direction I want to go. But I still had a desire to be here with you because I feel like I have so much to share, but I was not doing it very authentically. I mean, it is, and it was just more, how can I create videos like everybody else? That's kind of where I was at. So here lately, like I found something that just feels a little bit more aligned and the pressure isn't there because I realize that showing up authentically and showing up as you is so important. And I feel like that's lost. It is lost in so much of our AI or these influencers who are like, oh, I'm going to show you the perfect life. I'm going to wake up at this time and show you exactly what I do with my morning routine and my kids. And I'm going to make them a huge breakfast and make them amazing lunch. No, like that is something that's fun to do every once in a while, but that's not real life. So the more I stopped trying to just like become a creator and just become myself, I felt more aligned. And honestly, it's more fun. Like now I just get to hang out and talk to you and let you know, like we all struggle with things. But here's the most beautiful part about it all. I wouldn't be where I am if I wouldn't have just freaking started. And that's the key to anything. I mean, how many times have we looked back in our lives and it's like, oh my gosh, I cannot believe that I freaking did that. Like, it's embarrassing, it's cringe. But then you get to be where you are now and you look back and you're like, I'm so proud of the person who I've become. So I truly hope whatever you're doing in your life, whatever it is, whether you want to create content, whether you just want to go out and do some girl things, whatever it is, that you show up authentically you. Also, don't go through life thinking you're the only one going through these struggles and that everybody else has life figured out, because girl, let me tell you, they don't. As much as people come across like they have it all put together, it is such a short glimpse into people's life in what's actually going on. Because we struggle, all of us. We all have our struggles. And learning how to show up authentically you is where the beauty is. There's too much judgment out there saying that we have to do it this way. This is the way to lose weight. This is the way to live life. And we've lost our own intention and our own authenticity because we're trying to be everybody all of the time. So seriously, that is the biggest reason why I just wanted to sit down and chit chat with you, because it hit in this beautiful way. When we decide to look back on our lives, instead of almost putting ourselves in this place of like grossed out or I can't even believe that was me, shifting that to like, look how far I've come. Because we all can use a little bit more of that in our lives. And there's not enough of that out here to encourage each other. So if you want to follow along and just learn more about my life and my journey and let me practice, that's literally what I'm doing, is I'm practicing. Like I'm practicing talking to you, and just know that you have to start somewhere, because it's not going to be easy. And it is so uncomfortable. Oh my gosh, it was so uncomfortable. But being uncomfortable is where you grow. And that's what's most important. Thank you so much for being here. And no matter where you are in your life, like my hope for you is that you can find yourself authentically and figure out how you want to live your life. And not because somebody's telling you or anything like that, but it's because you literally have figured out what works best for you and your life. So if you've made it this far, don't forget to subscribe, like, and make a comment. Tell me something that you really want to start. Always be real.
Be real, she said.